Hello, hello, hello. I am Dee Love. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the village. We are here to talk about Dylan and Heather, Season 3, Episode 13, Love After Lockup. All right, here we go. So Heather. You know, I want to call this episode Dick in the Daytime. Yes, Dick in the Daytime. Heather lost her mind because she could not get some dick in the daytime, y'all. All right, so the episode starts out, right? First of all, she waited for this man 5 years. She spent 5 years waiting for him to get out of prison. She basically met him 3 days before he went in. So she may have known him a total of 10 hours altogether, okay? She's committed her whole 5 years to loving him and being with him when he gets out. So Dylan is out. And the real sad part about this is that Dylan is a nice dude. And if Heather was a little more stable, I think it could have worked because he seems like he had good intentions, and if she was nice, he would have been nice. Okay. So in this episode, now also before I forget, she has his name tattooed on her body, 7 different places in 7 different languages. And he said himself that she's a little obsessive. You think? Flag. Anyway, so apparently she told him that her apartment was flooded. So she went to get him out of jail. So they couldn't go back to her home. I think she got evicted. I don't believe for 1 second that her apartment was flooded. So they were going to stay with her aunt. They go over to her aunt's house, and it's her great aunt. So the aunt is there with her daughter. You know, they're talking. Dylan's in there. He's talking to the aunt and the other auntie, getting to know them. They're looking at pictures. He's showing them pictures of his family. Heather gets an attitude. Heather's upset. Heather wants to go lay down now all of a sudden because the attention is not on Heather. She's like, you know, don't you think I'd want to be with my man? You know, he just came home from prison and he's been gone all this time. Heather, it's the middle of the day. First of all, this man does not know your aunt. He's going to be living in her house. He paroled home to her house. He needs to get to know her. He was doing the proper thing. That's what he should have done. Okay? Get to know the family that I'm going to be staying with. You want to go in the room and close the door while your auntie is out in the kitchen on oxygen? What were you going to do in there? I mean, you shouldn't even technically be closing the door in her home. You should be sleeping on the couch or the bed. You two should be rotating. You shouldn't even be sleeping in the same bed in your aunt's house. Okay? Miss Thing. And if you wanted to get dick in the daytime, it's called the short stay around the way. Get a hotel room, boo. That's all you had to do. I don't even know why you went straight to your aunt's house. Why didn't you get a room? Why didn't you go to the motel and spread it low and what they said, spread it wide and lay it low? Okay. But no, you went to your aunt's house. That was your fault. That was all on you. Real shit. Or maybe you should have spoke to your other aunt and said, instead of me going right there right away, can I go to your crib so we can get our freak on and then we'll go over there? See, that's what a normal person would do. I'm telling you, I had a homegirl. She was locked up and she came home. She was in the halfway house and she would have her boo meet her on her way to the halfway house. Listen, I got to stop at the bus station. There's a McDonald's there. You just happen to be there. Okay, we going to get it in and then I'm going to keep it moving. You got to do what you got to do. So I don't understand how a grown woman could not figure that out. But Heather is really not stable mentally, you know. Heather was jealous of her aunt and her grandmother. I mean, and her great aunt. And even her aunt said, damn, you jealous? You are acting like you jealous. So then the Aunt Diane cussed her out, basically. So Heather had to get her shit together. You basically never going to be happy. Your ass is always complaining. And, you know, I didn't have a problem with the way Aunt Diane spoke to Heather because I know that you guys like when people speak kindly and softly, but people don't hear you. You know, sometimes when you hurt somebody's damn feelings, they hear you because they're angry about what you said. So they hear you over and over in their head. And as long as it's the truth, don't feel bad about it. I don't. So, you know. What else? Dylan should have got to know the family. That's just what it is. So Heather's just crazy. But I'm going to tell y'all. So they had shown a scene for the upcoming episode for next week. Heather drives down a one-way street like she took this curb real hard and she is flying. Heather is off the chain, okay? Now, spoiler alert time. Spoiler alert time. Spoiler alert time. You know what it is to get out of here, okay? Boom. All right. So Heather is off the chain, as we know. She broke the non-disclosure agreement. So she spoke out against Dylan. She said that one of Dylan's friends assaulted her. Another one of them stole from her. She's currently homeless, like I suspected in the beginning, living in her car and in motels from time to time. Also, what else did she say about Dylan? Oh, well, Dylan actually has a new girlfriend now that he actually looks happy with. And Heather went to court to try to get a restraining order against Dylan, and they threw it out. Heather needs to focus on mental stability. Seriously. But it's unfortunate when people suffer from mental illness, they don't see that they have the problem. They feel like the other person has the problem. You know, she's never going to say, I need to go and get help, or I need to check myself in. So, you know, if you feel like your children are different, don't take it personally. Just get them help. It's okay. I think the younger you recognize the issue and they know that they always have it, so they're aware, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can deal with it. They understand, you know, all right, I'm a little different because of this, but, you know, I got a little mental illness, but this makes me feel better. I know I'm going through something, and understand that. You have to take ownership in your life. You know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge shit in order to correct it or deal with it. You can't handle anything that you're not acknowledging. And unfortunately for Heather, Heather has not acknowledged that she has some serious mental illness going on. Now, I won't take away the fact that in the first episode, they were saying that Heather's parents had sent her away to one of those wellness camps. Y'all know, I'm sure y'all have heard of them, where they would take those kids out into the woods, you know, and try to, like, I guess, make them behave and stop being disrespectful or stop them from doing drugs or whatever, stuff like that. Anyway, she was raped out there, and, you know, it was a big case. It was on the news and everything like that. So it has been documented. So she probably, you know, if she was already broken when she went there, and then to have something so tragic happen to you, you people don't recover. And I think, you know, she just probably never dealt with it. But Heather, I wish you well. And if you should see this video, get yourself some help. Check yourself into a hospital. Instead of sleeping in your car in that random hotels and shit like that, check yourself into a hospital and really find peace so you can have some sort of stable life. You know what I mean? A lot of people who suffer from homelessness is because they suffer with mental illness. You know what I'm saying? They can't get along with people. They can't get along with their neighbor. They can't get along with the landlord. They can't get along with the people across the street. It's just, it is what it is. So, you know, I wish you the best, Heather. Good luck to you, girl. But get yourself some help. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Drop down and hit like, subscribe, and share. And if you suffer from mental illness, you know, get yourself some help. Don't be embarrassed, you know, don't be embarrassed. Take care. Deuces.